So who's this Bill Schultz guy and why should I listen to him? Who am I? What have I done? And why do I do what I do? If you're new to the channel, I encourage people to start investing. I help answer questions about the stock market, and I give advice to prevent you from being where I am financially at my age. I'm completely transparent with all my portfolios. I do updates on them weekly, and I have several experimental portfolios so you can see what works and what doesn't. I'm not one of these young guys on YouTube who's got hundreds of thousands of dollars and is making a six-figure income every year. I'm just an old guy who's made mistakes, and I don't want you to make those same mistakes. That's why I've made this channel. I've always had the mentality that if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. And I go all out. If you talk to anybody that knows me, I am all out when I'm into something. That's all I do. I focus on it until I'm a master of it. I've always been this way. When I was 9 years old, I found computers and I wanted to be a computer programmer. So I bought these big, thick books like this, and I would sit there and search through them, finding different commands and piecing computer programs together, and I taught myself computer programming. I knew 2 different computer languages in depth before I ever went to college for it. At age 16, I was done with high school. I'm like, enough of this. I need to concentrate on computers. So I went out and studied on my own in order to get a GED at age 16 so I could go to college early. And then I went to college, and 2 years later at age 18, I was a certified computer programmer. At work, I wanted to be the first person to get a CCNA. If you don't know what that is, it's a Cisco certification. That's really hard to get. So I went out to eBay and I bought routers and switches and layer 3 switches, and I put my own network together and got my CCNA 2 weeks later. So this is just an example of how when I get into something, I just go all out and I want to know everything there is to know about that subject. And the stock market's no different for me. I study the stock market all the time. I want to get better at it. I want to know how to analyze companies and stocks and make sure I'm making the right investments and what not to do and all that good stuff. And that's also why I have my experimental portfolios, so we can test different theories and see what works and what doesn't. Because I don't just take what I read at, as gospel. That may have worked in the past. Maybe something's changed. Maybe this will work now. So I want to learn on my own as well as learn from other people and not make the same mistakes. So I study constantly to know how to invest properly and do what I should have done many, many years ago. If I had known what I know now when I was 20 years old, I would be a millionaire right now. Guaranteed. There's not a doubt in my mind. So I study all this and I put it into practice for you to see, and I share all the knowledge I gain to help you get invested now while you're still young and you still have time to your advantage. I'm really into investing. I'm really into the stock market, so I constantly study it and try to get more knowledge. And as I get that knowledge, I share it with you so you can have that knowledge as well. And my hope is that I can get you investing for your future, so you don't end up like me at 48, almost 49 years old and not be prepared for retirement. Look, guys, I've lived a lot of life. I've served my country in the military. I've raised 3 children. I've been divorced. I've been suicidal at one point. I've been hopeful and ecstatic about life. I've experienced major losses and major achievements. I've got a lot of regrets, but with age and experience comes wisdom, right? So now I'm just some old wise guy. Unfortunately, wisdom from experience comes too late and becomes hindsight. That's why you should listen to me, because I'm trying to prevent you from looking back and saying, I should have. Instead, I want you to look back and say, I'm so glad I did that. So I'm 48, going on 49 years old next month, and I have nothing for my retirement. My entire net worth is less than 1 year's pay. This is what I'm trying to get across to all you young people out there. The people who are still young and enjoying life and have so much to look forward to, and they just want to enjoy life now. They want to spend their paycheck. They want to have the nice things and enjoy life while they're young. And I get it. I was there. But you have to invest for your future, or you're going to regret it. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to prevent you from regretting not doing this. So 3 main tips for young people. Get out of debt and stay out of debt. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't go out and buy toys and stuff that you don't need to impress your friends and family. And start investing now. Whether you think you can afford it or not, you need to start investing now. I don't care if you make enough and you barely pay your bills. If you got $2 left, you should be investing that. All right, you need to invest for your future. Don't spend that $2 on a cup of coffee. Invest it. And there's no excuse nowadays. It's so easy to get into investing now. You can open free brokerage accounts with all kinds of them. M1 Finance, First Trade. There's all kinds of brokers out there that are completely free. No commissions, no fees. On your phone, apps. You can do it set it up in an hour or two and start investing. There's no excuse nowadays. So in my channel, I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I'm going to show you exactly what I have financially, go over all my portfolios in depth, my gains and losses, and show you my total net worth. And some of those numbers might seem large to those that are still young, but trust me, they're really small when it comes to thinking, hey, I can quit working. And for other people, they're going to see those numbers and be like, oh man, Bill ain't worth crap. And you're right. Those are very small numbers. I've got nothing to show for 30 years of working my ass off. 30 years of serving my country and busting my butt at a job, and I've got nothing to show for it. I don't want the same thing for you. You need to listen. Start investing now for your future. That's why I made this YouTube channel. When I first started this YouTube channel, I didn't realize that's why I created it. Originally, when I made this YouTube channel, I thought I'm just going to track my portfolios on here, track my journey, my history, of investing, and that way I can see my progress, right? But within, I swear, 2 weeks, just 2 weeks of posting videos and talking to people and answering their questions, I realized why I really created this YouTube channel. And that's to prevent other people from making the same mistakes I did and having the same regrets I do. It's to get people investing now rather than later. Nowadays, when somebody finds out that I'm a YouTuber, they're like, oh, what's your channel about? I always say the same thing. My channel is about don't be stupid like me. That's what my channel is really about. I'm trying to prevent you from making the same mistakes I made and set you up and your future up to be so much better than mine. That's what it's all about for me. So come along with me on my financial journey and learn as much as you can throughout, not just from me, but from other YouTubers and from books and from everywhere. And get started investing now. That's the main thing. It's much easier than you think and much easier than it's ever been in the past. So hit that subscribe button so you can watch all my videos and see all the content I put out. Some of it's just portfolio updates. Others is really, really important information about investing that you need to know. And it will prevent you from making the same mistakes I did in the past. So hit that subscribe button now, guys. Hit that button. It's right there, I think. Hit the subscribe button down there. Thanks, guys.